So today, what we're going to do is we're going to put tires onto this thing. The rules say I can't reinforce this tie rod, so the tie rods are not reinforced, but it does say I'm allowed to run doubles, singles, or tires with tubes in it. And I've been to this track before. Last year when I went to the track, it was plus 14 degree weather in February. So you guys can imagine what the track looks like.
Well, here's the track we're going to be running on. It looks like they scraped the track that they use in the summer, or maybe this is even just a grassy area, but I was expecting a little bit more ice, but I guess with all the mild temperatures, it's gone to mud. Like, I don't think my tire selection is going to be that good for this. But it's probably frozen underneath it, so we'll see. It's going to be a mud bath, I believe.
It was very, very muddy. And I didn't really bring the right tires last year. I brought snows thinking that we'd be on, like I brought snow and ice tires, so they're designed to drive on the roads in snow and ice. I figured we'd be running on ice, but when I got there, it was nothing but mud. And what took me out last year was I actually got stuck in the mud. My car was still running fine. I got another guy hung up on the back end of my car, and I couldn't get going because I was stuck in the mud. So this year, I'm not going to have that problem. I'm coming up with the perfect tire solution to take to this demolition derby. And this should be something that you guys consider or even think of when you're running a demolition derby near you. So what I've done in the back is I ditched the full-size tires and I actually went with a very large donut. Now the reason I went with this is I want the height to keep me out of the mud. If there's mud, if there's snow, then I will change these when I get there to a smaller tire. Like if there's ice, I will drop a tire size because I'm not really worried about this thing dropping onto ice. I'm worried about it dropping into mud. What we're running here is a full-size donut. I believe these are off of Illumina or maybe even a Caravan. I'm not 100% sure. I really like these rear donuts because the valve stem is inside the rim. So it kind of really protects the valve stem. Like, yes, you still get rim dings and dents, but other than that, these tires are really great. I chose these larger ones because it will keep me out of the mud, and I chose narrow tires because it will decrease the rolling resistance in the mud. A nice wide tire will have to push a lot more mud. These will not push mud, they will sink deeper into the mud, but they'll be easier to turn. Now on the front, let me walk you guys through this. I've taken the front tires off. These are what were on the car. And I tested these outside on my icy driveway. The car moved. It was great. Like, it actually moved pretty good on the ice. As soon as I touched any mud or snow, it really slowed down and it had a hard time moving. I know these tires are not the best, but realistically, these treads are not that bad. And they're actually I'm going to say all-season tire. But I don't think those are going to do me very good in the ring. So what I've switched to is I've actually switched to these tires. Now that one there I still need to put a tube into, so you'll guys see a time lapse of that. But what I'm doing is, if it's really muddy, I really think these treads are going to grip in. And honestly, I think that's what really kind of put me out last year, was the not the right tires for the track. This is something I'm going to have to really start looking forward here into 2018. A lot of the track conditions around me are different. We do everything from mud to soft sand to ice to snow to mud to limestone to hard packed gravel. So the proper tire is something that you guys really have to look into. Now I'm not going to sipe or groove these in any way because I'm actually pretty happy with the tread on these. If I was to do something, I'd probably just remove these small lugs here and then try to give myself an extra bite in the mud, but I think these things are going to do great. Now, this is if the track is muddy. And we all know what a muddy track looks like, and we all know how unhappy a lot of derby drivers get with a muddy track. If the track is super, super icy, I'm going to switch to a different type of tire. I'm going to bring a couple spares with me. Ooh, that's bright. if it is an icy track, I plan on bringing tires like this. Now this right here is actually on a Mazda 3 rim, and this is the exact tire I brought last year. Now these would have worked great. I still have both of them. I think they've been through a couple derbies. They still have factory aluminums on them, but they have not been damaged in any way. But I brought these last year thinking that it'd be icy, and it was snowy. Sorry, it was muddy, like unbelievable muddy. So these are the tires I'm going to bring as a backup. So I'm going to load these in the back of the truck, and if I get there and check out the track conditions, I might switch to snows, or I might keep the muds, seeing what the track conditions are like. Now, these are not tubed, these are not doubled, these are just on factory Mazda 3 aluminum rims, and I've never had an issue with them. A lot of you guys are scared to run aluminum rims. I actually have had no problems with any aluminum rims breaking inside the ring. I know a lot of you guys out there have had rims break on you, but unfortunately I haven't. And I kind of run a lot of aluminums. So that's my tire choices for this demolition derby. I will be bringing smaller donuts. Now if I was doing it on a tarmac track, maybe I'd bring something like this. That is a slick, woo, drag radials. Both the tires put on. Let's bring this thing down and see how it looks, because I'm pretty excited. I've never actually had these on a car. Can't wait to see what they look like. Oh, it's coming down! It's coming down! That looks great. Now, as you can see, no, you can't see. As you can see, these tires look a little flat at the bottom, and believe it or not, that's actually what I really wanted. Now, these are actually 195/75 14s, and the size of tire I put into them was a 175/70 14. So I knew that it would make the tire look flat, but having that tire look flat like that is going to give me extra traction when I want it, where I want it. With the extra little bulge at the bottom, it will make these treads kind of swell down, grab the mud, and then as soon as you drive away, the treads will open and throw the mud so that they're always going to be clean when they come back. It's like having low tire pressure without actually having low tire pressure. I think it's going to work great. We still have suspension. I think this car is going to do fantastic. I am super excited. Well, guys, what do you think about these tires? I think that they're going to do great, and I think that if the track conditions are right, they will work exactly how I want them to work. Again, if the track is really icy, I will not be running these tires, but if it is muddy, like it was last year, I will be running these tires. So, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys leave a comment below, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Your help is greatly appreciated. Let's try to reach 3,000 subscribers this year. 2018, we are going to go up by 1,000 subscribers. I think that would be fantastic. But take care, guys, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.